Hey guys, welcome back to this brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about work breakdown structures, scheduling, and project management. All these three things are to greatly speed up your momentum into achieving your tasks and executing your startups from scratch.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
What is a work breakdown structures? It's the best way to break down the task that needs to be done. So let's say you're trying to make an app, right? There's just so many levels to this, right? There's just so many different steps that interlink with each other, and a certain step needs to be done before the other, right? And the work breakdown structure is going to help you to completely break down what you got to do to the most core level. Another big advantage that it's going to give you is that whenever it's going to be time to work on your startup, you're going to be automatically ready to just pick these low sub packets that are and these sub packets are all going to be ready for you to jump right into them. So I'm going to try to find here I think that this is a good one here. So let me find this for you. So this is a great way of looking at it, right? So you're going to have your project, and then you're going to have your task. So let's say your project, for us, our project is vendor, right? But our task one is creating a prototype. Our task two is building the team. Task three is finding an investor, right? Etc., 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 right? Now, task one, building the prototype. I'm going to subcategorize that and then create subtasks. Okay, what about the prototype? I need to make the backend. I need to make the front end, right? I need to set up the servers. I need to set up the Discord server that goes with that, right? And then all these subtasks are gonna have their work packages under them. So front end, okay, what are all the individual tasks that I got to do for the front end? I got to make the timer. I got to make the replace the cameras. I got to design the UI for the front end, right? In your work package, you're going to try to individualize the tasks as much as possible. Now, why do we want to do that? First off, it's going to be a lot easier to divide the tasks amongst your team, right? People on your team might not be the brightest, and giving them tasks like, oh, take care of the front end, that's too much work for them. They cannot process that. You got to be like, I want you to make the timer, and then I want you to make these cameras, and having all these work packages laid out where the person on your team is just going to be able to tick them off one by one is going to be super useful. Remember to use either Trello or something like Monday.com or Jira that I shared in the previous video to all list down these work packages and schedule them. So the first step of what you're going to do is you're going to have to create a huge work breakdown structure for your whole project from A to Z, right? For your first mountain. Then you're going to want to take all these work packages and schedule them in an app like Jira or Trello. And then you're going to assign these work packages to your team. And finally, you're going to be putting milestones and set dates to complete those. Now, don't be surprised when I tell you this, but a lot of times you're going to put dates that are not going to be achieved. And it's going to be up to you to become more and more rigorous with time, with respecting schedules. I can promise you're not going to respect your schedules in the beginning. That's something that I experienced personally. Things happen. Debugging doesn't work. Some extra work is added that wasn't planned accordingly. There could be a million reasons why you don't achieve your milestone in time. You have to be rigorous. You have to communicate with your team that, look, this is just not something we tolerate here. If we set a date together, it has to be done, or else there's a consequence. And it has to be a new standard that you have for your organization. Now, I want to take your attention to schedules. Schedules are going to be super important. If you don't have a schedule, man, you're going to be moving too slow. If you move too slow, you're not going to make it in time. You're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss the train. You're going to miss the trend. So you got to push yourself to move faster, right? So this is one of the schedules I like to use here. This is one you can find in Miro. Now, you want to divide, obviously these are different, these are my technology categories. If your startup has something not to do with technology, you're gonna have different ones, right? But this is an example of a game plan that we created that you should get inspired. You should take inspiration from this, okay? So this is our current game plan, right? So we divided our tasks between product design, MVP designs, team building, execution and financials, MVP execution, marketing, investors, and preparation, right? And then we color coded, and this helps you understand, okay, before the engineers start to code the app, the designs are going to need to be done. But for the designs that need to be done, we're going to need to have a white paper that explains what the app does. And before we have a white paper to know what the app does, we're going to need to choose our team, right? And you're pretty much going to reverse engineer from your lunch all the way back to, okay, start with the last tasks and engineer back all the way to the beginning. Scheduling and work breakdown structures is going to be the key for you to win. Truth is, you're not moving fast enough. If you want to succeed as a startup owner, you need to move faster. And the best way to move fast is to decide on your schedules and respect them. Now, that's not fun, right? It's fun to stay in our head and think we're progressing when we're just thinking about the ideas and writing a bunch of papers and changing the idea and thinking about changing the world. What's less fun is the discipline of making schedules and respecting them. But that's the only way you're actually going to win. So I hope this is helpful for you. I wish you great luck in scheduling how you have to schedule. Use the work breakdown structures. Look online, find some templates. Start scheduling your months with milestones, with color codes, and your progress is going to go a lot faster, and your progress is going to be a lot more grounded. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you very soon.
You look so sweet and you're so goddamn fine. Oh, I wanna